Hello AstonMTBers, welcome to this video. Going to do a quick rundown of the Hope HB916. So I've put quite a few more days in on the bike now. 8 or 9 days. Yeah, really impressed. Really impressed. So first of all, the boring bit, because I'm trying to run a business and make some money by doing this. So you can actually win one of these bikes right now on my website. You can win a complete bike or a frame plus an Nintendo fork and a Kitsuma shock from Rulesman. And a load of people commented on Instagram and messaged about the bike looking sick with the suspension. So yeah, you can win a frame and suspension package or a complete bike. Fantastic prize. There's also separate competitions for some Hope brakes, for some rules and suspension, for some AstonMTB gloves like I'm wearing, for a Bell full pen helmet like I'm wearing, and a few other things. These all finish on the 31st of May coming up. So, boring bit done, let's get to the bike. Yeah, really impressed. For a modern enduro bike, the geometry absolutely dialed. Only geometry I could complain about really is the seat angle could be a little bit steeper. The seat angle actually gets slacker per size as you go up the sizes, which is a mistake, especially if you're making carbon frames in-house. In my opinion, it's a mistake, because I'm just going to change some settings. Yeah, if you're building carbon molds in-house, I don't know why you wouldn't make the seat angle slightly steeper per size for the taller riders, and I think they should also do the same for the chainstay. But that's just my opinion. Send it. So yeah, I'm sort of set on an 80-degree seat angle for my height. 185. This bike's got 490mm reach. And, I just have to slam the saddle forwards to make it feel like in a nice position for climbing for me. I don't like it when you have to have the saddle slammed completely to the front, because then you don't have any more adjustment possibilities. I've got some people, they're going to think I'm weird talking to myself. No. Yeah, geometry's dialed, 62-degree head angle, 490mm reach. Chainstay's a bit short for my liking compared to my other bikes, but in my opinion those bikes are the future and are sort of way ahead of the industry, in my opinion. We'll see what happens. Yeah, geometry's dialed. Suspension, been waiting 10 days to get the suspension fixed in finale. Fucking nightmare. Oh, new corners on roller coaster. So I've got this intense suspension on, which is ridiculous. Rulesman is really bloody good at what he's doing. He's got to be one of the premier suspension tuners in the world. Yeah, I got this custom RRT fork up front, which is ridiculously good. No problems with stiffness. It's got the extra thick steerer tube, which most forks are missing, I think. The extra thick steerer to stop the stem and bar flexing. I think if all manufacturers don't move to a thicker steerer in the next few years, they're stupid. And they're missing an important part of the fork stiffness. Yeah, the Olin suspension was okay, like above average, but wasn't fantastic. But yeah, I went in for service, still waiting for it 10 days to get serviced. Which makes your life difficult if you're trying to test bikes. The main problem with the Olins was the fork is a bit hollow and soft. That's also made worse by the handlebar spec. For a large size, the handlebar is like 10mm or 20mm wise. Way too low for a modern enduro bike, I think, for someone my height. And also the steerer tube's cut too short on the Olins, so it's hard to get the bar higher, as high as I would like it. Also, talking about this bar, it's solid, really hard. It's not Hope's best product, this handlebar, at all, I don't think. If they want to make a new bar, I'd happily give some feedback, or if anybody wants to develop a bar, I've got a lot of ideas for a modern handlebar for a modern mountain bike. Get in touch, we'll make a bar. Yeah, suspension's great. Handlebar is killing my hands, but the suspension's doing a good job. Yeah, super stiff fork, fantastic tracking, insane mid-stroke support, just as everything you want from suspension, front and rear. It's got the climb switch on the rear, don't need it at all because it pedals so well, this bike. Almost pedals too well, or I prefer it to pedal a little worse and have slightly better bump eating performance, which is really good. It does eat the bumps for the high pivot, but not like my other bikes. Yeah, great overall, great suspension, great kinematic action, neutral in the braking. The frame itself also feels really solid. Like solid and well damped, no rattling, a little bit stiff for my liking. I'm not a fan of this kind of frame layout. I think this 4-bar frame layout is good for XC trail. Ideally you'd look for something more like my single pivots to get better tracking and frame flex. Something where the swing arm tapers down and allows some more torsional flex of the rear wheel. Oh, is this a new one? New track. So yeah, it pedals really well up here, so firm. Definitely don't need the climb switch at all. Same with the Olin shock, didn't need it at all, pedals really well. So yeah, a couple of little problems. The handlebar's too low and too stiff. I think they could also make the head tube a bit longer for this size. The butty box, the integrated frame storage, really hard to get on and off. I have worked it out now, you have to press slowly and for a long time down on the lever to push through an O-ring to open it. But then when I added the water bottle and the pump yesterday, it started falling off, and the weight of the bottle and the pump pulling it off. And according to Instagram feedback, not only me that's got that problem, but it is a problem. But also, I don't know if you need to put shit inside your frame, so you can get a backpack or a frame bag, or you can tape it to your frame, or you can put stuff in your pockets. I think putting stuff in your frame isn't necessarily needed. Oh my god, I'm on a new track. I've never seen this before. Whoa! So yeah, buddy box falls off. Well, the little problems, yeah, the handlebar's too stiff for my liking. It's like a solid bar of iron. And yeah, the idler wheel can be a bit noisy when the chain's getting dry. Like, it really gets noisy with the dry chain. Freshly lubed this morning, but if you go for a long ride, it does get pretty noisy. Build kit, obviously really good from Hope. Fantastic brakes. Best brakes on the market, in my opinion, at the moment. Hope hubs, headsets, stem, all the good stuff, cranks, chainring. Really nice package, really reliable stuff. The usual Hope sort of backup where you can buy spare parts for years to come. So yeah, you could buy one of these that'll last you years. And great warranty. Had one guy send me a picture of one. He completely destroyed the head tube on the HB916. But he had crashed into a tree, so it's crash damage. Yeah, absolute frame destruction. And he said he's a bit disappointed that the frame broke, but the warranty backup was insane. Like, really easy, really quick, good communication. So yeah, it's a bike for life, really, or at least 10 years. The only sort of weak part and the Hope components, I think, are the rims. I haven't dinged these ones, but these rims are quite soft. Yeah, they're quite soft and can break or ding relatively easily. But not a major thing. Just reminding me there, the BB height. It's quite low, especially with these big pedals. I've had quite a lot of rock strikes in the last couple of days. Maybe 10 rock strikes in the last few days. I was on my tie and steel eggeries with a higher BB. I haven't had any rock strikes really on that bike in months and months and months. And I do like the confidence it gives you by having a higher BB when you're going through rough stuff. Not having to worry about your feet. A lot of people say, yeah, if you're a good rider, you should be able to time your feet properly, but which is true, but you know, you can't always time it. Sometimes you come around the corner and just there's a rock hidden in the bush that you're not expecting. But yeah, the build kit, the complete bike, it's like £600–750. The full bike seems like really good value. The frame only at 4,000 seems less good value, but it is made in the UK, really high quality. There's a noticeable difference in quality compared to like a YT or a Canyon or a Specialized, something sort of more mainstream. When you've got this bike in the flesh, it's noticeably better build quality and finish. Yeah, really nice attention to detail. Just looks solid, looks well made, looks well thought out. is all changed as well, new tracks. Also the standard tyres, the Maxxis Exo tyres, not built for this bike. This bike's got good, Enduro EWS capability. Nobody wants those Exo Plus tyres on. They just got weak sidewalls. They're going to fold a lot, they're going to get cut. So I chucked some Michelin's on. Really good tyres, 2 square on the 30mm rims. And there is a difference between Michelin in 29 and 27 inch diameter. The 27s are actually much more rounded. You look at these guys, really square. For the hard conditions that I generally ride in, 2 square. But really stiff carcass, really tough, really good rubber, and yeah, just massive grip. Just a bit square on the edge. Gets a bit vague sometimes on the edge. Unless you're absolutely just pounding it into every corner and getting the knobs to flex. Little grip. If you like cruising gently and not loading the tyre, it's a bit vague. Another little pedal stroke there. Yeah, I think, in my opinion, low BBs are gone. Don't need them to be so low. Back in the day when the bike's really short and the wheels are small, the axles were lower and the wheelbase was shorter, all those things, head angle steeper. A low BB was good for increasing stability and getting the bike to turn, but now the wheelbases are longer, axles are higher. You don't need it to be so low. I prefer having it higher. It still turns like an absolute dream if the wheelbase is long enough. Oh my god, I'm lost. Yeah, my bikes pitch over, they fall into the turn a lot easier and they still turn really well. Low BB feels harder to turn to me most of the time. And yeah, I don't like the low BB. On my bike's on my titanium bike, I've got 180 mil cranks and no rock strikes. These are 160, I think, 165, and sort of clipping pedals quite often on these trails, but these trails are like deep rutted. There's a lot of stuff on the sides, rocks on the side, tree stumps. Not much more to say really. Would have been nice if this was a 200mm direct mount, brake mount, instead of having to use a mount for 200 if it's an enduro racer. But also these brakes are so powerful and so good at withstanding heat, you could easily run a 180 on there, no problem. I sort of like an option for external cable routing as well, because internal's a bit of a bugger if you're changing a lot of things or you're racing, swapping parts over a lot. But yeah, positive. Not much to say when it's really good. If I'm quiet about a bike, it probably means it's really good. Yeah, let's get in there. This is all new as well. Yeah, loads of new corners on here, really nice. The trails in Finale at the moment have been really bloody good. The last few times I've been here, fair play. More riders than ever. And the trails are actually in the best condition I've seen for years. Oh my god, this bar's a grip, killing my arms, killing my hands. Too stiff, not the right shape for me. Obviously that's a small change you can make. Also change the saddle. I hate those soft WTB saddles. Put this, my favourite SQ Lab on. Again, that's sort of personal preference, but these saddles are really good, and everyone that I know that's had one loves it. So yeah, overview, bloody good bike. Great feeling, been reliable so far. No drop chains, no loose bolts. Really nice looking machine. If you want a bike for attention in the lift queue or around town, this is a good one because people ask me about it all the time. Geometry, modern bike, yeah. Absolutely dialed, no problems with it. Build kit, really good. A couple little things to change. Öhlins suspension, quite good. If you get one with Öhlins, yeah, get it to a tuner. Get the coil version. Oh my god, this has changed as well. Get the coil version. Get a smash butt coil in the fork. You'll be living the dream. Yeah, fantastic bike overall. Impressed. If you want to win one, whoa, go to my site and yeah, buy some tickets. Or if anybody wants to buy, oh my god, if anybody wants to buy this actual bike, drop me an email. I was going to keep it long term, but yeah, I'm just ready to move on. We're a test and review channel, so if I sell this, I can buy something else and ride it. Yeah, this has passed the test. I'm trying to film in Italy, the world's noisiest country. Just constant noise from somewhere. The old Ape's. As I was saying, this bike's passed the test. If anybody wants to buy it, drop me an email or DM and we can chat about it, negotiate. I would like to keep it long term. It would be a nice bike to have around the house, around the garage for a few years, but or maybe forever. But we're a review channel, so if I sell this I can buy something else, or if anyone's got something interesting to swap, we could chat about swapping. Yeah, the HB916 so far gets thumbs up from me. Fantastic bike. Go and buy some tickets, win a helmet like this, win a bike like this. Support independent reviews. Thank you and see you next time.